This episode of Lip Service is brought to you by Bevell, because you know shaving is important. And it's the first and only shaving system designed specifically for coarse, curly hair and for sensitive skin. So start shaving smart and say goodbye to razor bumps with Bevell. Any kind of bumps is no good.
Yes, gross, disgusting.
All right, well, check out getbevel.com today and use the code LIPFREE to get the first month of your Bevell subscription for free. Just go to getbevel, GETBEVEL.com, and use the code LIPFREE at checkout. Lip Service. What's up? It's Lip Service. I'm Angela Yee.
I'm Stephanie Santiago.
I'm Gigi Maguire.
I'm Sofi Green.
And Royce the 5'9" is here.
And I'm Royce the 5'9".
Or just Royce 5'9" now?
Well, you know, I answer to both.
Okay, all right.
I'm the honorary fifth member.
The honorary fifth member. And Stephanie's the honorary fifth member of Slaughterhouse.
Yes.
Congratulations.
She's Stephanie Slaughter today. So
Slaughterhouse forever, for life.
All right, now, you know, Royce, you were a little bit like, okay, is this going to throw me under the bus? But we're just going to have some fun with you today.
Okay.
All right, nothing's off limits, right?
Nothing's off limits. Just try to go easy on me. Oh,
man.
Interesting.
All right, well, we always start off with a tip of the day, right?
Okay.
So today's tip is, how much money do you spend on a first date? What you think is the right amount of money on a first date with somebody?
I don't think you should go into it thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I don't think there's a right amount.
But what, on average, what would you say? Like, okay, let's just say you can only bring cash. How much cash do you bring for the first date? Would you approximate?
I would just shoot to have fun. You know, like if I'm with somebody or if I'm by myself, I just like to have fun. I just like to have a good time. I'm from Detroit, though. I'm not like you know what I mean? Like, we don't really get into the whole tricking and shit, you know, all of that.
I'm saying it's the first date. You don't have to trick.
How's the first date tricking?
No, I'm saying in the terms of calling it tricking. We don't get into that.
A first
We just
date.
have
What we do is what we do.
Okay.
We do what we want to do.
I like that.
So would it be based upon how you feel towards a woman? Based, you know, like how much you would spend on her? Or like
I think she would. I think if I'm with her, she's just with me. She's doing what I want to do.
But it's a first date. Now, the reason I asked this is because on Baller Alert, they had posted this conversation, right? Now, the girl said, if you want to see me, plan a date worth having. He said, I like to have a simple meet and greet to make sure there's a mutual interest before planning an extravagant date. That's why I said, let's go to Starbucks or something like that. And she said, I don't do drinks or coffee. And he said, well, what do you do? She said, I would much rather you meet you for a date that you plan so I can look good. And he said, sorry, but that's not going to work for me. Good luck to you, though.
Oh, wow. Oh. That's ugly.
Yeah.
Who's wrong in that situation, would you say?
I mean, I'm not in the position to say that he's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know what his
financial situation is.
His financial situation, you never know what his past history is with people. You know, like, there's certain things that could have happened to drive
I
him
don't
to have
automatically go
standards,
towards financials when I hear that. I understand him saying, let's just kind of meet in person before we go do something and I waste my time. Not even just my money, but I feel like my time is more valuable than any amount of money.
Of course.
I can't get that back.
But then he said an extravagant first date. Like, she's not saying, okay, I need you to spend hundreds of dollars on me and take me somewhere extravagant. Right. But she's saying, I don't want to just go to Starbucks. Like, I want you to at least make a little effort.
I think they put too much thought into it. He should have just been like, hey, let's meet up for some coffee really quick. And then that's
White
normal.
people meet up for coffee all the time.
And you can't, you know, and then you don't.
do it for first date.
But you know, you don't think of it as a first date. You just think of it as
I never.
that's not really a first date.
I never look at it like first date.
Exactly.
You could be out with somebody and just be having a good time, and then you're not even really look at it like it's even a date.
I don't know where they met.
Because when you met her, you should know if you want to take her out on a real date or not.
Exactly. Because it's either Starbucks or...
Yeah, but she was nasty about it. You know,
she was nasty about it.
She was nasty. Like, you don't even deserve to have a nice date. Why can't we just meet up?
But
for
she
Starbucks?
also could be setting the standard. Like, I'm not going to set this up with me. You saying you think you could just take me for coffee. It's our first date. Like, I kind of feel like sometimes on a first date, a guy should be trying to like put
impress,
his best foot forward in order to try to show you, okay, I planned something out. And I think that it's important enough for you to make that effort.
Yes.
And even if it's not something expensive, it could be, hey, let's go to the arcade or, something fun, but plan something.
No, I agree with you. And just like, you said, Royce, it could be her past. She could have dealt with guys that just wanted to give her Domino's or either carry
not even
out.
Pizza Hut.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
or carry out. So maybe now she's like, look, enough is enough. I don't want no goddamn macchiato. You know what I mean? I want some goddamn Noble. You know what I mean? So I understand.
Noble.
Yeah, it's a little crazy. crazy to even like have that kind of disagreement so early.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but
It's
just like you said, if she hanging with me, she hanging with me.
Yeah,
so
let's
if
just
she,
have a good time.
vibe
Yeah,
take it to sweet
and go
water,
through
right?
the chemistry and
Yeah,
just.
don't dumb it down. Don't dumb it down. If you wouldn't go to Starbucks by yourself, don't try to like take her there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
just
but I think
go have fun.
I think when you do that, like, oh, just to meet up, like, oh, where you at? Oh, I'm close by. Let's meet up for some coffee.
But this is a planned first date, not a meetup.
I plan for. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Like, you're giving yourself a break. Like, you get to see each other regular. You don't have to get dressed for that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But a first date, that's not a first date. You can going to Starbucks is not a first.
It's like we know each other.
Yeah, that's not a first
Yeah,
date. It's
exactly.
like a pre-date.
Yeah.
A meet and greet,
It's
like
a
you
pregame, exactly.
If you've been going to like Noble,
like when you ask
you've been
somebody
going
for dinner, you know what I mean? That's a first date. You know, you're gonna have a dinner. You could judge that as a first date.
You've been
What
going to
about
Noble
lunch?
all day, and then every
Lunch?
single day, and then Friday you go. Yeah, let's meet at Starbucks because I just want to make sure that you're not out.
I want to see you in a
that
daylight.
you're not out to get me. I
Exactly.
think that's crazy.
You can just pumpkin bring, get this goddamn tea, and this is gonna be it.
Because I don't drink coffee. So
Neither
if you
do I.
say let's go to
that would've been
Starbucks,
weird.
that
Yeah,
doesn't really do much for me. I
Neither-
can have
not-
green tea anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. I'm declining.
You know, so
All
it's-
due respect, I'm declining.
yeah. Sorry, thanks, babe.
Yeah, I think I would feel strange if a guy's like, "Oh, I'm at Starbucks. Want to meet me at Starbucks?" I don't drink coffee.
Right.
But if a guy hit me and was like, "Hey, I'm at Jamba Juice. Want to meet me at Jamba
Okay,
Juice?"
now that's better.
Yeah, it's better.
You know what
Exactly.
I
I mean,
mean?
it's
I'm like,
more,
yeah.
it's a smoothie, it's a
I just
juice.
finished
You know
working
what I mean?
out.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's different. You know, juice press.
Have you ever made a bad first date impression?
I haven't been on many dates.
Really? Not even in your youth?
Not really. Like
What did you do?
I've been with my girl since 18.
Oh, wow.
So like I went through this long thing. Like I'm a recovering alcoholic.
Right.
So like I went through 10 years of being like an extreme alcoholic. So I did like a lot of cheating. Mm-hmm. I didn't really date that much. I meet girls, like have them come to the shows, shit like that.
It wasn't like I'm going to take you out. It was just
It wasn't never like
drunk and smash.
I never went through. I can't remember a time where I went through like a courting process. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that really.
What about your first date? What about your first date with your wife? Do you remember that?
Yeah. We went to Denny's. We went to Denny's.
That's nice.
We were 18.
That's cute.
And I remember us going there.
He smiled.
It was like a double date, and me and my friend had to go to the bathroom and like ante up money. We didn't know if we had.
And that check gonna come. I don't know what's about to happen.
But at least, you know, I think with you, very few men understand how to differentiate between courting, sleeping with someone, and dating. At least you understand it. Because some people, they really don't know how to date.
Yeah.
Or how to court. They're like, what do you mean courting you? And then they get actually turned off. And I know a lot of times we all speak about that. A lot of men don't know the difference between courting and dating. They just think like, oh, let's hang out in the Starbucks, like, you know, Stephanie said, and it's just okay. No, it's not. Like at least Jamba Juice press. So it's good that you actually know how to do that.
Yeah, I think it's good to make a good first impression. If you into that person, you want to make a.
I mean, if a guy, again, getting back to the Starbucks thing, if a guy invited me to anything little like that, I wouldn't consider that a date.
No.
Right.
Now, if I'm 18 and you take me to Denny's, though, we good.
Yeah, that's great.
Because I remember this guy took me to Red Lobster when I was 18, and I thought that was profit.
Cheesy biscuit.
He was lit.
He was a barber. He had money.
Barbers always have money.
the ultimate piece.
Barbers always have
Always
money.
got cash, right?
Now, we were talking about this earlier. Some people feel like cheating can make your relationship stronger. Do you feel like in any way, we were discussing this downstairs, that there's a way that it can make your relationship stronger?
I don't know about that. I don't
might
know
hear
about
this.
that. I think she's gonna hear it. She listens to everything I do.
Smart woman.
Partly because of cheating.
Smart woman.
It's not. I think it's very difficult to bounce back from that in terms of her letting it go.
I agree.
Like my wife won't let it go. Like
I get a lot of asking questions about
She forgave
that,
me.
about
Yeah.
guys who are like, I cheated and now she doesn't trust me. What can I do to win her back? So what advice would you give to a guy who cheated, got caught, cheated for years, but then, you know, is trying to do right?
It's about the action. It's about the action. It's never about the words. Like, I think you start off in a relationship, you can build up trust with somebody with words. And then if you follow behind that with an action that goes against what you said, then you automatically have to follow that bad action up with a good action in order to reinforce. You can't talk your way back into that trust.
Right, you have to do it.
So
She's
I
not
just-
really
I
listening to
basically-
anything. She don't believe what you say.
I mean, she could say she believes what you say, but she could just be talking, you know? Like, we basically raised each other. She doesn't really know anything else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like she probably was afraid to even leave me, even if she wanted to. Because you think to yourself, I've been with this person all these years. How could he just do this? You know what I'm saying? So now it's like I had to just completely turn my life around. And I didn't just do it for her. I did it for my kids, and I did it, because I wanted to live.
You said you woke up one day and was
Quality
like, I
of
have to do something.
It was like a spiritual awakening, is what I call it. Mm-hmm. Steph, you hung with us before. You seen the way I used to drink? Like, I used to drink like not like everybody else. Like, it was.
Yeah, because I always wonder,
shit.
how do you know the difference between liking to drink a lot and being an alcoholic? Like, there's a fine line, because people would say, oh, you drink so much, you're an alcoholic. Mm-hmm. But an alcoholic is not just somebody who, likes to drink. It's a little more than that.
Yes, I'm wired like an addict.
Yeah, it's like a cup of Hennessy at breakfast.
My first addiction was chewing gum in high school. Mm-hmm. Mm. So if I don't chew chewing gum, I grind my teeth.
Oh, really?
Mm. Yeah. So like, I do everything in binges, no matter what it is. I ate an entire pack of cookies today. Got the cookies. I ate one cookie. Once I ate one of them, I needed to eat the rest of them.
Damn, I do stuff like that too.
Yeah, so,
you're naturally indulgent. Exactly. Like, when you like something, you tend to want to consume it.
Yeah. So if I don't have a drink, I don't necessarily need it. But if I drink Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm drinking. There's nothing gonna stop me from drinking Wednesday. So now my thing is, okay, I'm not drinking today, not drinking tomorrow, and I just take it a day at a time.
Right, and it's been 4 years now.
Almost 4 years.
Congratulations.
Yes,
September.
absolutely.
Thank you.
That's a big deal.
Right, it is a big deal.
It was necessary. Because I definitely wouldn't, if I would have went, well, actually, I went to the hospital. And the doctor told me if I had went 2 or 3 more months as hard as I was going, then I would have had to get put on the donors list.
Damn.
And when you were alcoholic, he said I would have been facing irreversible damage. And when you're alcoholic, they automatically put you at the bottom of the list.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they feel like you did it to yourself.
Yeah, right. And I was like teetering on the brink of losing my family. Like, my girl was just building up enough strength to
and you
get
feel,
out of there.
How do you feel? You feel healthy?
I feel great.
This is your first sober solo album?
Yeah.
Good.
Well, solo album, yeah. I did Prime with DJ Premier.
Right.
And that was my first solo work that I put out. But this is my first sober solo album.
Layers.
So
you feel like we're going to learn a lot more about you on this? Because from what I've heard so far, it seems like it's a lot more personal as far as you talking about things that happened in your life. And maybe do you see things you feel like more clearly now when you go in the studio?
Yeah, I haven't really been that personal or introspective in the past in my career, because I spent all my time drinking. So once I got sober, all of these memories just started hitting me and shit. It was like I just became immediately introspective. I started thinking of like old memories that I thought I lost forever from like growing up and shit. It's pretty cool. Like, aside from like anxiety and like some of the crazy shit that happens to you when you sober up, it's pretty cool just to be for your brain to start working like that again. Because
it's interesting, all the projects that we've heard you on, all the groups that you've done, all your solo albums, there's a lot of things we didn't really know about you. Mm-hmm. And I feel like from what I've heard so far, I was like, oh, I had no idea. It'll fuck you up a little bit. Like, if you've been following me, you'd be like, wow, what took them so long to talk about this? Because generally artists do that their first album. Right. The first album is like, hi, my name is such and such. Right. Get to know me. This is what you need to know about me. Right. I didn't come out the gate like that. I came out the gate like, lyrical MC, lyrical. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? So Sophie's like, that's right.
I think it's good because, as an artist myself, it's, and if you are guarded, is a lot of times people expect you to put out records like that. So I think it's dope that you have the gift that continues to give, beyond your lyrical ability, and working with the names you work with. It's like to have that kind of longevity. And now you get to show people personal. It's like, wow, you get to open up a different layer based upon your, your conscious level now.
Layers. I like that. That was slick.
Thank you.
And I've seen people say, in regards to layers, this is my first time really getting into Royce the 5'9". I had no idea. Now I got to go back and listen to some of his earlier work.
Yeah, and you probably like the earlier stuff a little bit better, but this is just.
No, I mean, listen, I'm all for growth. Okay?
Yeah. This is it's definitely growth. If not anything else, it's definitely growth. It's
Hey, all the ladies up here are for growth.
Yes, we are.
We're for growth.
Listen,
yep.
We need it, right?
Yep. Okay. I knew it was coming.
Now, Stephanie had a question. We were talking about this downstairs, and this is from one of her friends.
One of my friends, she's in a relationship, and you know, they get along. Her and her boyfriend, they get along, and you know, they've been together for a while. But the sex is just, it's not as good as it used to be. Like it's not terrible, but he's coming really fast. Mm-hmm. So what do you think?
Some people say that's a compliment. Is that a compliment if a guy comes really fast, or should we be offended?
How old is he, if you don't mind me asking?
What?
He's in his 40s.
Damn, he's
what is it to be offended about? I don't understand.
Because he's not pleasing her.
Like,
he's coming, and what about her?
She's not getting.
I mean, Royce, come on.
I mean, but you said should we be flattered or should we be offended?
Well, no, she was saying should the woman be flattered like, oh, he came fast, that mean my pussy good,
right,
or
exactly.
should she be offended like, oh shit, he came fast, I'm offended because I'm just laying here.
But I think when you're in a,
I think he got his nut right. Exactly.
He didn't got his nut. What about me?
It's one thing. Yeah, it's one thing to not. It's one thing to not try hard enough. And then it's another thing to just nut. You know what I'm saying?
All the time, though. Come on.
Yeah.
I think when you're in a committed relationship, you know, what happens in the beginning isn't really what's happening, you know, when you're down the line.
Right.
So this woman doesn't want to cheat. She won't cheat, but she's like miserable. She wants sex.
She wants somebody to fuck her right.
So when they started out, he started out fucking her right? He started out fucking her right?
They had like an amazing sex life.
They started off at Starbucks.
Yeah, well, yeah. It sounds like they need to have, you know, they need to just have a talk.
So what should she do? Should she cheat?
Never.
Nah,
Royce ain't gonna say it.
Nah.
Why I kill you?
I'm not gonna tell a girl. I'm not gonna tell a girl to cheat. Girls cheating is disgusting.
Wait, hold on now.
Wait a minute.
Hold on, Royce.
No.
It's disgusting.
But you could have understood it if your wife would have cheated on you at some point.
Yeah, you would.
I would have understood it.
You would have to get it back.
I kill her dead.
See, didn't I say he's a killer?
Kill her dead. Kill her dead.
But after everything you were doing, I'm sure you could be like, okay,
this shit. But
I
they
could
cannot
understand.
take it.
I kill her and him.
There's not one man that can stand the fact that his woman was with someone
That's
else,
not
even though
fair.
he was with millions of bitches.
Exactly.
You said for years. If she stepped out one time, what if y'all was separated? Like, okay, I'm not doing this. I'm not fucking with you.
Nah.
You know what's so crazy? Just to add to the cheating thing, sidebar, we said I kill you. It's someone that I know right now who's in jail.
Damn.
They was actually broken up. Like they were not together. She stepped out when they were not together, and he literally kidnapped her and some more shit. And,
Good Lord.
And all because she had sex while they were broken up. So I believe you when you say you'll kill her.
It's not your manager, is it?
Hell no.
I'm playing with you.
Hell no. And I'm like, no. But he literally now has 50 years for what he did.
Damn.
To her. Just because.
That's unfortunate.
crazy.
Because with men in their reasoning, like, oh my God, you did it to me, and because men can't take it.
But
so
you know what we were
take it.
saying downstairs? Women are better cheaters than men.
Yeah. But here's the thing, for us to be so emotional.
9 out of 10 times a woman's not getting caught. Men are the ones who get caught.
Let me ask y'all
Women
this:
don't get caught.
do y'all think it's cool for women to cheat out of spite? Like
No,
I'm gonna
that's
get
the
you
worst.
back.
I think it depends.
That's worse.
I'm sorry.
Tit for tat
I think it
cheating.
depends.
That's worse.
I think it depends.
No.
I'm not saying that it's cool, but it's life. It happens.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Exactly.
It's not life.
It's realistic.
No, I'm saying it happens in real life.
It's realistic.
Yeah, it does happen, but I think it's very wrong.
But you don't. So if a guy is cheating, you think a woman
That's
should
wrong.
just stay and take it?
Because that's abuse.
No, I don't think she should stay and take it. Yeah, she should probably leave if she
But
should.
sometimes it's hard. Listen, let me tell you how women leave a relationship a lot.
Okay, how
we
do
done
they?
left before you know we left.
Which is very true.
We're trying to get it together. We're staying with
That's
you.
true.
We're trying to figure out what are we going to do next. We're
Right.
depressed. We're like, I need somebody to distract me so I'm
Right.
not sitting here obsessed over this. And that's when, all the
Right.
things your man won't do steps in.
Yeah, but you don't. That's not
All the
leaving.
things your
That's
man
not
won't
leaving. That's staying and cheating.
Yeah, but sometimes it's
That's
with
not
the intent
always
to leave.
cheating. Exactly.
A lot of women cheat with the intent to leave.
True.
Well,
For
I can be honest. I've cheated and I left. And the person I cheated on him with, I left and was in a relationship with them.
Right.
I didn't lie.
I've
Told
cheated
the truth.
on.
We have a little overlap sometimes.
I've cheated on almost every single one of my boyfriends.
I'm sure that I could reason.
I'm just saying.
I'm sure that I could reason all of the cheating that I've done.
No, but listen to me.
Some type of way through alcoholism. I'm sure I could reason it.
No,
Right.
but it's true.
I'm sure I could
when I
reason it.
cheat, it's because I'm ready to move on.
Right.
For
I'm sure I could. I'm
but
sure
I
I
don't
could
consider
point
that
out.
cheating. You're
sure.
leaving. Like,
I'm sure I could point out things. I could point out things that I was unhappy with my wife and things that she wasn't doing. I'm sure I could.
Yeah, but that
sure I
might have
could-
also stemmed back to why would she do those things when she wasn't really being appreciated?
Right.
Well, what about me being appreciated?
But it's give and take. You can't be like, what about me? That's like childish. You have to sit there and you have to deal with hardships of relationships. Yes.
No. I'm totally willing to
Okay.
deal with that. I'm just saying, like, just in
Because she
in
asked you a
response-
question and you said, what about me first, instead of figuring out why didn't she feel appreciated?
Nah, but she was asking me a question in response to what I had said to her. I was saying I'm pretty sure that I can reason because you
Okay.
guys were reasoning
Yes.
cheating.
Right.
Yes.
And you're
From
saying
your
you could
side.
reason.
Of course.
I'm saying I'm sure I could reason on
With
my
your
side
alcoholism.
too. Yeah,
Okay.
because there were a lot of factors with me too. Like I never cheated on my girl before I started drinking.
Oh, okay.
Never.
Oh, wow.
Never.
How many years would that have? You don't mind me asking.
I started drinking at 21.
Okay, so you all
We
were
were
together,
together
for
at
3
18.
years. Okay.
We were together actually 17. We were together in high school.
Oh, so cute.
And then like after I started drinking, that's when I started pretty much becoming a shell of myself.
Right. It has to be hard to be with somebody and you're
Right.
watching them like do these
that,
things.
exactly. And
And you're concerned about them.
Right.
But at the same time, you're like, I don't want to take this, but I don't want to leave him. And he's.
I think, well, I know I have a problem. Like I have a problem. I have a drinking problem, and it caused me to make a lot of bad decisions. So I think for her to, out of spite or whatever it is, cheat on me in return, I think that would be wrong.
Well, it might not necessarily be out of spite.
Right, exactly.
It's an emotional thing.
It could be a
I think
coping
sometimes
mechanism.
when women cheat, it's not like I'm gonna do this and fuck his whole head up.
Exactly.
You might be like, I don't feel like I'm loved.
Right.
I feel like I need
A
somebody
woman-
to treat me well. I want somebody to take care of me, treat me
Agreed.
good, and somebody might slide in there because
Literally.
it's an emotional thing.
Right.
I don't know necessarily that a
woman
girl is
cheats-
like, I'm gonna get him back.
Yeah, like if she had too much time, you're boring her.
That's the worst thing ever. Too much
That's
time.
when a woman cheats. She's just alone all the time.
Yeah, well, she should never let me find out.
Okay. Girl, delete them
Never.
texts. No.
You know what's so funny? Fetty Wap put that on it.
I'd never go through a phone. I'd never do that.
Stephanie, Gigi, you know what I was thinking would be a great gift for you to get your man?
What?
Bevell. It's the first and only shaving system that's designed for men with coarse, curly hair and sensitive skin. I know those are the guys that we all date, right?
Yes, my
Right.
favorite.
Now, a lot of the guys that we date don't have hair on their head, but they have it in other places, like on their face and on their chest.
On their chest.
And we don't want them to have those nasty razor bumps. All right. So it's clinically proven to reduce and prevent razor bumps, discoloration, irritation, all of those things that you don't want to see on your man. There's a reason that 9 out of 10 Bevell customers come back month after month. And up to 80% of black men and women struggle with razor bumps. We can use it too,
Oh, it's for women too.
Yeah, Stephanie, your legs are so smooth.
I know.
Yours too, Gigi. Act like we didn't feel each other's legs, okay? So we don't have no razor bumps, and up to 30% of all men and women encounter razor bumps, but multi-blade razors only cause more irritation. I know sometimes they act like, oh, this has multiple blades, but that's not good for you. All right, hair removal creams are messy. They can leave burns, and they stink. That Bevell razor actually uses a single blade, and that cuts hair above the skin, not beneath, so you cannot have those painful ingrown hairs that you got to pluck out with the tweezers.
Gross.
Nice.
Annoying.
It's be nice.
Designed from the ground up to give a smooth, bump-free shave, Bevell's end-to-end shaving system includes a pre-shave oil, a badger brush, safety razor blade shaving cream, and a cooling, restoring balm. It's all created by Tristan Walker, a very young entrepreneur. Quite good looking too, I might add. And he saw a void in the health and beauty market. His goal is to make health and beauty simple for people of color. So start shaving smarter today at getbevel.com and get the first month of your Bevell subscription free by entering the promo code LIPFREE at checkout. That's GETBEVEL.com. Use the code LIPFREE and you get the first month of your Bevell subscription for free.
No. I think that's bad. Fetty Wap actually said something like you said. I saw on the internet this week that he said, what kind of game is this when girls are getting away to pussy? And I'm like, now, here. Mm-hmm. Come on now. I mean, you having a lot of kids, like you can't say that. It's funny how the double standards work between men
It's
and
so
women.
funny, child.
Right? We can't do
So funny.
anything.
We can't do shit.
Royce is like, man, I'm in a room full of women. I can't.
No. I think I get it though. We all understand each other's side. That's all. Y'all
course.
understand y'all's side, and I understand what y'all saying. I get it.
Because usually I'm in a room full of men, and
Yeah,
women
I'm
are
not-
getting slandered, called,
Right, literally.
slaughtered.
Right.
Slaughtered.
No, I definitely get it. Y'all put up with a lot. That's why I feel like women should be put up on the pedestal. I really do. I really do. You guys do put up with a lot, but I do think sometimes y'all don't understand our side. And I stopped spending a lot of time trying to explain it to my wife. I really did. I just was like, all right, man, she's not going to ever get it because we wired different.
Well, I agree with that. I mean, listen, I'll say this. I know I'm around guys all the time, clearly. Like, I work with all guys. I've always worked around guys. So I feel like I hear a lot about what goes on and I witness a lot. So I think about things differently because I've seen guys who've been in relationships, been married, cheated, and then managed to make their marriage work after that. Mm-hmm. Now, as a woman, you might say, oh, if he cheats me, I'm leaving him. But that's not necessarily true.
Always true, right?
Mm-hmm. So I can agree with that. But I also feel like a woman, if a man cheats on you, men feel like women need to stick by their man and stop leaving them so easily. But I also feel like if you cheat, you don't know if she's going to stay or not. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. It's really her choice, her decision. Yeah. And it's based on how you treat her afterward and how she feels, So
yeah, I agree with that. And I don't know if I'm doing such a great job with my situation.
Why do you say that?
I mean, I don't know. She's still you would think, like, with the changes that I've made, she'd be, like, ecstatic, but
it's hard to erase all those years.
That's
I'll say this because I always say this, too. If a woman decides to stay with a man after he's cheated and they agree to work it out, she kind of has to let those things go.
You have to. I agree with you, Angela.
Yeah.
Because that's your choice.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to that point
But
yet.
a man still has a lot to prove.
Yeah.
This one I think is, is behind us. And everything is good. We have like an argument about something.
And it come up.
Even if it's an argument about something that I feel she's not doing, it's just like a minor.
She turn it right back on you.
Yeah, her defense mechanism go up. She put the guard up like this.
She got it in the arsenal.
Everything comes back again, and it's just be like, oh, buddy.
But let me ask you a question. Do you think you have any room to ever say anything back based upon what you've done to her?
I think I should always have room to say things back if this is, if we're having a conversation. And we in a relationship, right?
But sometimes you gotta just swallow your pride and just be like, you know what? She's still with me. She took me back. Let me just shut the fuck up and let her be right.
Yeah, but you don't get to use that. You don't get to use that as a crutch to be able to do anything you want to do, though, right?
I don't think it's a crutch. I think it's more so like what Angela said. If she's taking you back after she's dealt with years of something, even if it was something from something that was enabling you, or rather hurting you. The point that she did that, I think that gives her a get out of jail free
It's probably
card.
Still difficult for her to have to think about
for everything?
No, not for everything. No. But I think for as many years, I don't know as many years, but as many years as you've done that in effect to her, I think she needs that years plus.
But I feel like sometimes it's hard. Like, listen, I know guys who have wanted to stay with their woman but found it difficult to do so because of the stress of trying to win her back and make her trust you again. Sometimes it makes you feel like, I don't even know if I want to do this.
Right, exactly, because she can
definitely see that being
Of course.
I could definitely
So that's something that women have to take into consideration too, because if a man is trying to change and make those changes, while it's difficult for us and we want to bring up every little shit thing you did when you leave the cap off the toothpaste and we're bringing up...
Listen. Whatever it is, I'm going to just go ahead and fight it out because...
Don't fight though. This is what I think.
I'm saying I'm just going to go ahead and thug it out with my wife.
Yeah.
Which is great.
I don't wish to go through none of this shit again with a whole nother person. That's off the
And that
table
was
for
one
me.
of the questions that we actually had, right?
Sure.
We were talking about this. What's better, dealing with somebody that you're comfortable with or taking a risk with somebody new?
I don't want to start over.
Once I had a few side chicks that started acting like my girl, it was like, oh shit, what I'm going through this with you for? I might as well just going back to the old battle axe.
Once you get to a certain point with someone, once you're like long term with someone, it's going to take like a whole lot to just be like, okay, I'm done. Like, it's hard to just move on when you're comfortable with someone and you're just used to being a certain way and just, that comfortability factor is a big factor.
Right.
And starting over...
Gigi, you tried it.
I just tried it and I'm back.
She's back. She's always back. Gigi's not play. Gigi would try to go away. She done moved out.
Starting over ain't the wave.
I
That's
left
not the wave.
And it was horrible. And I was still in love. I never fell out of love.
Well, that's what it was, though. For her, that's in love. I think it's difficult to leave when you're in love with someone that's genuine.
Yeah, I never fell out of love. I tried to make him the scumbag of the world. I tried to make him like the worst person ever in my head. And my heart wouldn't let me. And we just ended up being back
But do you
together.
still bring up stuff that happened in the past?
I try not to, but sometimes I can't help it.
She's human.
He bring up stuff too, though. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think,
Do you bring
I
it?
think
Do you
you're-
bring it up just when you don't want to be wrong about something that you know you did wrong?
No, it's usually when he on some bullshit and I just throw some more bullshit on top of it. Like, oh, don't forget you. And then,
Well, that's cool. You know, that kind of come with it. That's all right. I can roll with that.
Normal.
I can roll with that.
yeah.
I think your relationship is pretty normal.
it's
Yeah, it
normal.
is.
She says pretty
Yeah,
normal.
I don't think that they go through too much. Like the relationships you guys were previously speaking about just now, like it sounds like these relationships are just heavy and they're hard and not good. Like these type of relationships you need to move on from. Like when you're in a relationship with somebody and you're always bringing up the past, that's never gonna work.
No.
Yeah, but it ain't. It
what
ain't
I'm
like
saying?
24 hours a day.
Like 24 hours
Good
a
morning.
day.
Like we
You
be having
cheated.
3 good days,
Right.
and then one day is
Cheat
a little
morning. Cheat morning.
Cheat morning. Like,
No, it ain't like that.
when you're trying to grow with somebody, you know what I mean? You have to accept all their flaws and all their mistakes, because just like they're gonna accept yours.
Yeah.
This is true.
But did you have some rules? Like, okay, is she like, okay, in order for me to feel more comfortable, this is what I need you to do. Like things that you didn't used to do. Like, okay, every night we need to FaceTime when you're on the road, or are there things like that? Or do you bring her out to dates more often? Like, what are there things that you do differently now to try to prove it?
She springs some things on me. Like she wants me to be like this romantic guy now.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. It's just an adjustment for me. That's all.
So you were never romantic, you would say.
She says I was, but
Okay.
I'm like
When they were
the
kids,
liquor like messed my brain
Yeah,
up so much I could
What I
barely
did.
remember. Like I'm like, damn, what did I used to do? 'Cause whatever this is, I gotta get it back. You know what I'm saying?
Young innocent love.
Yeah, it's like she paints this picture of me like I was just the sweetest kid in the
You
world.
probably were.
You probably was, exactly.
probably
You were her
were.
first
Then you
love.
got all
That's your sign.
jaded on the road, and
Right.
Hip hop,
Exactly.
hip hop.
Yeah, hip hop. Do you think it's expected though? Like, okay, you're dating a rapper who's successful. It just kind of comes with the territory.
Yeah, I think that's the consensus, but that's not true. I don't think it has. It doesn't have to come with the territory. It doesn't. And my son is a producer. He wants to be an artist. So
This your oldest son?
that's gonna get preached. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like 19?
He's 18.
Okay.
18. Yep. So, like, there's a lot of things that people think come along with the business. It's not true. It's not
Did
true
your
at all.
kids feel a way towards you, like when things were going on? Did they know? Were they like?
I think I dodged the bullet.
That means she's a
'Cause my
good
oldest-
mom, though.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with
Why?
Because sometimes mothers will tell their kids
Right.
like, your daddy ain't shit. You know, he did this, argue in front of them.
Well,
and-
yeah. I mean, we wouldn't be together if she was that kind of person. Like, she's a great person. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like that's why we still together. You know
And that's why
what
she deserves everything with no kind
She
of
deserves
not
it.
that much lip back.
What? I mean, what lip? I mean, it's just
I got my eye on you.
I'm doing. I'm trying.
And that's-
She wants to get complimented more. I got to work on that. I got to work on
that's
that.
nice. That's normal.
I got to work on that.
You probably think it in your head, but don't say it out loud.
Nah, I just figure, like
She knows she
I'm
fine.
here. Yeah, come on, man.
But no. We like the.
She want to hear it. She want to hear it. Yeah.
Of course.
Compliments are nice. And especially when you notice like a new hairstyle. Or
Or like, girl, did you get your lashes done?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that
You
color.
gotta
in the
notice
toes.
the small things.
Because I bet you notice if she don't wax her her
Right.
badge, you notice
Exactly.
that.
I notice everything. She just she just wants everything her way right now. That's all. It's cool.
I don't know if you say
You said
her
it's
way.
cool.
I think she just wants to feel appreciated. Let's not say her way.
She is appreciated.
Well, that's good.
All right,
I
now,
love her lots. I love her lots.
do you think there's anything that you can do to prevent somebody from cheating on you? Like, is there something for the women here? What can we do to prevent our men from? Everybody's shaking their head. No.
Nothing.
What can you do to prevent a man from cheating? Is there anything?
Clone yourself.
Because sometimes I think
All you
sometimes
gotta
women
do is
feel like
clone
we do
yourself
every.
15 times and throw yourself at him 15 times like darts. That's the
Sometimes
only
as
way.
women, we
I think-
feel like we do everything for you, but why is he still cheating? Is there anything we can do, or
Because
is
the
it
only
just
thing
like?
better
Yeah, I
than
think-
good pussy is new pussy. Even if it's whack. They
It
still want to
just-
try
It
it.
just depends on
You're
what
not
kind
helping
of
him,
what
Gigi.
kind of guy. It depends on what kind of guy you got. You gotta
agree with that,
you gotta
too.
just be mindful to always be there for him. And one thing women don't realize is women get irritating. Like y'all don't mind being irritating at the wrong times. Less irritation could stop a man from even thinking about cheating.
Well, what irritates you?
I don't like just I don't like getting calls while I'm working about things that are not that important, that aren't more important than work.
But how's she supposed to know?
Don't stop my studio session to argue with me via text
On some bullshit.
about some bullshit.
Look at that finger.
I hate that.
Okay, so
But that's not gonna drive me to cheat. But when I was drinking, it'd be
Like this bitch on my phone. Where the fuck is Amy?
because you know when you
let me relieve this irritation stress.
when you running around and you opening yourself up to all of these different people. You got all these different girls calling your phone. They all act like that they want to be exactly what your wife ain't. They want to be the perfect. They want to be the perfect girl.
No stress
in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They want to be like. They say they try to say the right shit and they do everything. And you just be drunk like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like,
help me out.
So that would be my suggestion.
For us to stop being irritating.
Try not to be irritating.
You mean like don't nitpick in that?
Yeah, don't be too nitpicky about everything. I know it's kind of in women's nature to do that, and I understand that, but just scale back a little bit.
Now, interestingly enough, this was what I found might be difficult to overcome. You did have a sex tape. That had to be hard for her to even, have to see because that was online.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you want to call that shit. I mean...
You was in one position the whole time.
I was just
Angela seen it.
I was like, wait a minute, what?
I was just drunk. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, I don't even remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't even, that was just.
Coherent.
Yeah, that's all that was.
Royce is just going to blame everything on the alcohol.
Blame it on the
No, I'm not.
No, he's saying, but he really had a disease. He had to go to the hospital.
No, I'm saying if that's what you would call that shit. Like a sex tape. A sex tape is like, a sex tape is like fucking the shit out of a girl.
Yeah, that's what I meant by everything. The explanation.
I'm not, that shit ain't.
Were you shocked when that came out? Like, damn it.
No, I wasn't really shocked. It was just like, oh, okay, here we go. Okay,
Oh
now
my God, I saw it too. I remember.
I'm like, yeah.
Water.
Yeah, 70.
I remember.
I'm like, yeah, now you're really doing it now, sir. And the thing is, I got like a call from a side girl first. Like,
she was mad first.
What you mad about?
That's your dumbass. What are you mad for?
Like, listen, honey, I gotta worry about my wife.
Yeah,
right. I don't have time for you.
Right?
I'm worried about my first love finding out, and here you go calling me. I fucking could do without you right now.
I'll call you. Bye.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
So I was thinking about that, and it was just like that was one of the things that made me
stop drinking.
To make I decided it was like, all right, now I'm real big on the whole. I don't want to be corny. It's one thing to have a problem and know you got a problem, but now this is just fucking corny. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't be that guy. And then my son he was in middle school at the time.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Because I remember having to talk to him. Like I went home and he was like,
Shit.
I asked him how he felt and he was like, why'd you do it, Dad? And it was just like, man, I can't even remember what I said to him, but I vowed. Like, and my daughter was really young, and then I've since then had a daughter. Because it was like, as soon as I got sober, it was like, boop, kids everywhere. Boop, boop, kids. You know what I'm saying?
Out.
Right.
Yeah, so now I got young baby daughters.
Right.
And when they get in middle school, I cannot be on the internet with my balls hanging out on the couch in a hotel.
So do you think the sex tape affected your career? It affected your life?
It affected my life. I don't think it affected my career.
No, I don't think so either. But it did affect your personal life.
Yeah, and that's more important to me than my career at this point in my journeys.
Of course.
I don't give a fuck about hip hop as it pertains to my life. Like I want to walk away from this shit with my family intact. Yeah,
absolutely. Do any of y'all have a sex tape that you never did one?
No.
Yeah, I've done one, but I have it. It's not in no one's possession but mine.
Anybody could get it though.
No.
Where is it?
Don't become an alcoholic because you might.
I don't really drink at all. Actually, I'm not. I mean, I don't mind like a glass of champagne or maybe 2 like mojitos, but I'm not a drinker.
2 mojitos.
But that's it.
She was very exact.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm not a drinker, but yeah, no, it's in my possession. It's the Wi-Fi never hits where it's at. No.
Gigi, what about you? I know you.
I mean, if he lose his iPhone and somebody figure out his password,
It's over.
and, you might find all types of shit.
But at least you are confident that you performed well.
Oh no, of course.
That's the thing.
Girl.
Royce would give your performance a 0.5.
Yeah, please do.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Please do. The last thing I need is a good performance out there. Like if you take some shit out,
I was like, you don't give a fuck.
If some shit with me and my wife get out there, then It might raise my stock a little bit. That's the last thing I need.
Yourself with your wife?
Oh yeah, me and my girl. Yeah, we got some real good footage of stuff. Yeah, some shit that I'm proud of. You know what I'm saying? But that shit that hit Media Takeout was some straight garbage.
What about you, Steph? You got anything you're nervous about? Anything you're nervous about leaking?
I mean, honestly, everything that I've recorded, whether it's a video with someone else or by myself, they're really good. So it doesn't matter.
I love it.
Yeah. I got plenty video. I'm a naked person. I'm in my house all the time, just naked. I have so much footage. I have a lot. I have like years worth. Like I got it from 2014, 2015, this year.
Do you go back and look at it?
Yeah, I compare. You know, I feel like right now, like I'm prime time. My body looks the best compared to all my videos.
Do you listen to music when you have sex?
Or maybe I just got like the hang of it. I know my angles
She's
now.
like, I'm
She's like, I'm lit now. I'm lit. She's like, it's super lit now.
Do you have like a sex, like, are there songs you are like, okay, this is gonna really do it for me?
You know what is a perfect, there's two albums, because I feel like you got to put something on and
just let it play.
Let it play. And for me, it's two albums. The Miguel, the Kaleidoscope Dream album.
That's a great album.
To have sex to. It's bomb to have sex to. It's amazing.
The vibe, right?
And then R. Kelly, the TP2.
TP2 is
Hit it hard from the back.
Yes, this is the best sex I ever had.
Girl.
She's like, yes.
That would be mine if I had to give an album. That would be it too.
Right? TP2. Come on. I've had some amazing
I was just listening to that on the plane. Coming back from Miami, I was listening to that on the plane.
I love it.
Listen to that album.
I can't listen to that album unless I'm having sex, because it reminds me of having sex, and then I'm like,
I want to have sex.
People that I'm not supposed to be.
You get on my nerves, but I'm about to give you a phone call.
Right? Who's available?
Now, Sophie, what about you? You have a sex playlist or anything you listen to?
A sex playlist. I don't really have a sex playlist. I really want to hear them. For me, it's the ego thing. I prefer to hear him.
You want to hear him scream?
Yeah, that make more sense.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, I'm really big upon that because, I'm a workout fan.
But you can hear him with the music. It's not like you're blasting it like you're in the club.
I really want to hear it, though. So, I'm actually going to ask questions to make you respond.
Oh, what kind of questions you ask? Let's hear.
You
What
can
kind
hear
of questions?
all of that with the music on.
No, what kind of questions you be asking?
I mean, I ask a lot of questions.
Like what? You can tell I work out.
Which is very true because I work out all the time. I definitely want to ask questions because my vegan diet. I want to know, how does my pussy taste? Because I'm like, I don't drink soda, so this is coconut water and fresh juice. So I want you to make sure that you tell me how it tastes. And I'm
like celery.
No, it ain't like celery. It's coconut water and mango and strawberry. No celery pussy over here.
Celery's not bad. It doesn't have much taste.
No. Yeah, but the sodium, I want it to be a little more juicy than that. I want it to come
mango.
Out
okay.
Yeah, I want it to be like Fiji with a little bit of fruity flavors.
Okay.
I can detoxify
infused
your life.
Water.
Yeah, exactly.
And what if he's like, well, what does my dick taste like?
I'm gonna be like, I don't know, but pull it out. Let me taste it. It's my guy. I have to say that.
Now, let me ask you this. Could you date a guy who eats all kinds of nasty shit?
No.
Being that
honestly,
you're vegan?
that's actually a thing that I have a problem with dating now. Being that I do have such a strict diet, it's difficult for me to date someone who eats bad. Like, I'm always looking at their plate like, you're going to eat that?
I can't suck
I'm
no
like
pork
that with
dick.
my friends. And I'm not even vegan or anything, but I'm just like a kind of a clean eater. Like, I'm not vegetarian or vegan. I don't eat pork. I barely eat beef. I try to buy like all organic food, and I try to like cook most of my food. I'm not really big on restaurants. But my friends, they eat McDonald's and drink soda and smoke cigarettes. I be like,
McDonald's penis.
Yeah, no chicken McNugget penis.
Because it's like your body really tastes like what you consume. And it's just like, if I'm sitting there watching you eating chemicals, I'm like, oh my God, it's chemicals in that. That's high fructose corn syrup. I'm like, I start freaking out.
No, and I have to say that, the guys I'm with, they have really good diets. They eat well. And they taste good.
So they taste good.
Like, I can't even imagine dating somebody who eats cheeseburgers.
Have you ever tasted nasty sperm?
Yes.
Yes. It's the worst.
I can say so, yes. And that's the reason why.
It's like melted earwax.
You see me over here
It's like earwax dripping down.
It was disgusting.
It's so gross.
I'm sure I have,
and
just not
Hennessy
lately.
and all
I
of
can't
that.
remember.
Ew. It tastes so
like,
nasty.
It's like bleach. You be like, what the fuck?
Listen, cum is not already the most tasty thing anyway,
So
but when it's
Royce,
bad,
it
it's
tastes like
gross.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Be like, give me some lime, but let me squeeze some.
Let's squeeze it in line.
Somebody
make a mojito.
probably got drunk off my shit.
Yeah, but no.
Drunk.
But nasty cum does exist, and it's like
gross.
After that moment, I was just like, and it was my boyfriend at the time, and I was just like, because I don't believe in giving head unless my nigga. I just want, and I was just like, listen, I can't do this anymore because it tastes really fucking nasty. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, it tastes like fucking nastiness, fucking bleach. I said when it hit the air, I was like, and he was offended,
Lord.
but I was just like, no, because your diet.
There wasn't a nicer way to say that to him.
I mean, I didn't give a fuck. Was it nice to put that nasty cum in my mouth? It wasn't. So you get what you get.
I don't know what his cum tastes like.
Well, listen. He should have how nasty it was.
Do you kiss a guy right after he comes in your mouth? Or do you have to brush your teeth?
No, it depends on the man.
I'm just question.
It depends on the man, because some men freak out about that.
That's called snowballing.
Not like the cum in your mouth.
Not like give it to
But
him.
you swallowed it, and I haven't brushed my teeth yet. Is it okay?
Depends on the man.
No, it's still snowballing.
Is that okay with you, Royce? I mean, that's your
What's that? I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Is it okay, like, for her to kiss you right after you come in her mouth, or does she
No,
have to
that's
brush her
absolutely
teeth?
not okay.
See, like I said, it depends on the man. Some
Even
men are
if
like,
it's
no.
swallowed
Right.
up and gone.
Yeah, she swallowed
Even
it.
if
It's
it's
gone. She
swallowed
still
up
can't
and
kiss you.
gone.
Yeah, it's all gone.
What is wrong with you guys? No.
Wait a minute. So, but if you gave your girl head and when you want to kiss her in her mouth,
Yeah,
She
that's
wants
different.
to taste it.
I want to taste it.
so then why is it
Yeah.
okay for her, but she can't kiss you?
I mean, it's not okay. Is she not okay with it?
Okay, fair enough.
One of
So
my
he's not
good
okay with
friends,
it.
one of my good
Yeah, I'm
friends.
not okay with it. That's all
her
I'm saying.
man is a curious person though, but
Like gay?
Like bi-curious?
I don't know.
like,
Kind of
wait.
curious.
But what does that mean?
She sucks his dick. He comes in her mouth and they make out.
He wants to taste it.
Yeah.
Is tasting your own cum gay?
That sounds like a porn I was watching yesterday.
Yeah.
It's
some
to
real
me.
porn
I don't
shit.
want to call it gay, and I don't want to call it bisexual. I just want to say he's a curious.
He wants to taste
person.
himself.
He's like a cat, kitty cat.
Yeah, that's like unnecessarily weird for no reason.
He's like an extreme narcissist.
Oh, it's just
Like,
freaky.
I just
Yeah,
don't
it's
want to
not-
judge
it's
because
not necessary.
I don't judge my friends and their choices.
No, of course. No, I know.
But, you
I
know,
mean,
if
I understand that.
me personally, if a guy comes in my mouth and he asks me to make out with him, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna feel a little awkward. I'm gonna be like, wait.
Chill.
I'm gonna make up an excuse. Oh wait, hold on. I'm getting a text.
I'm thirsty.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get
drink
some water.
Something. Let me wash it down.
And I'm not gonna. It's gonna be a turn off.
Right, it's weird to you.
Yeah, it is. Very
That makes
weird.
sense.
But I reverse it when I come I come from a guy giving me oral. I don't mind him coming up and kissing me. I think he's
Right, you wanna
supposed
taste yourself.
Come up and kiss me. Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
smell
that's
myself.
how
and taste
that's
myself.
how I look at it.
Yeah, right. Reverse it. It's okay. But for the guy to come in a girl's
Yeah,
mouth and then make out with her, it's awkward. That's a little strange. I think it's curious.
All right, now, we want to take a pause and ask you, our loyal listeners, a favor. We want to get to know you, and to do so, we need you to fill out a quick online survey.
Do it.
It won't take more than 5 minutes.
You got
and
5 minutes.
Besides helping out the show, you'll be entered for a chance to win $100 iTunes gift card. Who doesn't want a free $100? So we know some of you may have already done surveys like this in the past, but we need you to log in and fill this thing out as accurately as possible.
Now, once we know more about you, the listeners, we'll be able to help deliver this show and sponsors that you can only dream about. Finding sponsors who are a good fit means we can get to give you deals and information on the brands that you care about while keeping the show free to enjoy every single week.
And if you don't care about helping us or making the show better,
Then why are you listening?
do it for the chance to win a free iTunes or Amazon.com gift card.
All right? Do it for you.
$100.
So go ahead and do us a solid, and we mean solid, and go to lipservicesurvey.com. Again, that's lipservicesurvey.com. Well, here's the last question I have for you guys today. All right? And this question is, if you could have one superpower, what would it be?
I want to fly.
That makes sense. You can get where you got to go without having to worry about traffic.
Going to the
catching
airport.
I want to be invisible.
Oh, shit. It's on.
I want to be able to.
He can't do shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know you was home.
Right. Now you know.
Now you know.
Damn.
Pop him in the bedroom like, oh, this is what you do when I'm not here. I think I want to predict the future.
Oh shit! You could win the lottery.
Yeah. See, for me, I'm like,
sense.
I would want something like that. I can kind of like, if I know something bad is going to happen, I can kind of
maybe try to avoid it.
Yeah, exactly, avoid it.
Or know how to deal with it.
She got to go one up me and shit.
He just want to fly.
I believe I'm just flying for no reason.
I'm just flying.
I'm like, what do you want to be a bird?
Just flying.
Exactly.
Like a week later, I'm just tired of it. Flying.
Yours might have been the whack.
Right.
I was like a fly.
You know what it is? Y'all seen that movie Hancock? And no pun intended. I know we on lip service, but Hancock. No pun intended.
Yeah.
I wanted to that guy. I wanted to be that guy.
Yeah.
I wanted to
Hancock
be the drunk guy flying around everywhere. When
Hancock was the shit.
Back in my drunk days. I wanted to fly with a bottle.
Stephanie, what's your superpower?
I would want like super strength, to be really strong.
Really?
Yeah, because then you can break into things really easily.
So you want to be a criminal?
You can fix things.
Such a goon. She's a goon.
Talking about Stephanie Slaughterhouse.
It's
Stephanie Slaughter.
Like
man.
the fifth member of Slaughterhouse would say she wants superpowers so she can break into shit.
You
want to be strong.
I could beat people up really easily.
Hey, no, we saw the Grand post. I believe
Stephanie
you
would beat somebody up.
I was like, black eye Stephanie. Okay.
But it would be like I feel like I can easily beat somebody up now, but it would be like no sweat if I had like super strength. It would be like, psh, and they'll be like dead.
She's like, I'm off and hose easy now.
It'll be like no sweat off of my back.
Well, I always just like
super
to freeze
strong.
time. You ever seen that show back in the day? I think it was called like Out of This World or something, and she would put her fingers together and freeze time.
I remember that.
And then be able to do. I wish I could freeze time. Now I'd never be late to nothing.
Right.
Just wait.
Right.
till
If I was
get
tired,
there.
I'd just freeze time, take a nap.
Right. Like, get me back in. Right.
If you want to sit in first class on a flight, just freeze time.
Right.
That's right.
I've been sitting
Go
here.
right up on you.
Right, exactly. That's dope. So yeah, we got to think with time.
What was that? What was that show called?
I think it was called Out of This World or something like that.
Damn, that was back in the day.
Yeah.
See, I'm really
I was
into
watching
those
it
comic
online.
movies, so that's why I like the time stuff, like you said.
Yeah, I like that. Because that's something you can't get back.
No, it's not. I mean, time is the most valuable commodity there, so I agree.
If you could take anything back, Royce, would you?
Take anything back?
Besides not signing with Dr. Dre.
Well, you know what? That situation, I reflect back on that and think to myself, I wonder what would have happened if I would have signed.
You
But
might have just sat on the shelf.
Yeah, I never really say, damn, I wish I would have. I just wonder what would have happened had I would have.
Right.
Had I weighed my options a little bit better. But I was just so young, and then I called him and asked him what he thought.
He was like, go get that million.
Yeah, it was like he told me to do it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it was like I don't feel like I played him in any kind of way.
Right, at least you
know?
talked to him and kept it on the table.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if I would take that back because I'm really, really happy where I'm at right now. So I mean, maybe some of the hurt from my girl, maybe some of that shit. I'll take some of that.
Good answer.
Like,
And I'm not just, I'm not just saying that
Right?
because I'm here. Like I'm actually she actually mad at me right now. She always mad at me.
What'd you do?
What did I do this time?
Congratulations,
You don't even know.
played yourself.
No, I didn't play myself. She not that. She not
wanted
that
to
kind
say
of mad
that.
at me.
Exactly.
She's not that kind of mad.
She's been dying to
She
say
just a
that.
little mad at me. She ain't that mad where I play. It's like we just mad like. We kissed. I kissed her before I left out the house. When we really mad at each other, we don't say bye.
Right.
And that's when you know it's fucked up.
Exactly,
Like, when you walk out the door without
Don't
saying
say bye.
nothing,
Oh, that's hurt. It's
that's
like,
when you know it's bad.
Y'all should make a
Time out.
pact to never do that.
Right.
Well, I'm not. No matter what we going through, I'm not getting on a flight.
Right.
So I'll go to the studio.
You were like, I'll go to the store and come back.
But I'm not about to leave a state without saying bye. Like that's kind of fucked
Are
up.
guys more sensitive to that, not saying bye thing? Because for me, like in the morning when I'm getting ready, I don't have time to say bye. If I'm leaving somewhere, I gotta go.
It depends on the
text
situation.
me later.
My
You
girl,
can still say bye, Stephanie.
Right. No, because with my ex
Damn.
one time, all right, check it. With my ex one time, I was going to Detroit.
like New York, I
I
love
was
it.
hosting a party in Detroit, and I
bet it was
bounced.
at Silver Rain.
But I was leaving. Probably, I've hosted Silver Rain so many times. But I left. It was an early flight, and I left. He was still sleeping, and he flipped on me. He's like, oh, you didn't even say bye to me when you left.
Well, who introduced it into the relationship? That's important because my girl introduced that shit into our relationship. So now, if she don't do it, I get mad because she started it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, he also don't want you leaving out of town without being mad because you got to leave town happy.
Whatever.
That's kind of fucked up though. You just go get on a plane and go to Detroit and go host some strip club.
And he made me feel
without saying fucking bye.
About it.
I mean,
he made me feel
totally.
He made me feel totally horrible about it.
We doing music now. You getting on the next single.
Stephanie Slaughter.
We gonna make
house gang. We gonna do house.
That's
gang.
right.
We gonna make a song called "Fuck
bye.
These Niggas."
I love Slaughterhouse. I still be listening to the Slaughterhouse album.
Leave a nigga sleep in the bed.
And they always say you should never go to bed mad either. Although I know that's hard to do.
No, if I'm mad, I'm mad.
Right. They always say don't go to bed mad. That's like one of the rules.
Yeah.
Oh, to hell with that.
Yeah, I'm not
I go to
sleep
bed mad
on
all
it.
the time.
Wake up, think about it.
You know
You
why?
go to
Because I
bed-
could
you go
fall
to
asleep
bed
at
when
any
you
moment.
I'm the same. I
I'd
can
be
fall asleep
tired.
sitting up like this. I'm young.
Yeah, ain't nothing worse than staying up late trying to get past some shit when
Yeah,
you're
that's
sleepy.
the worst because you
go
really
to sleep.
think yourself. You really like. I really will sit there and I'm like, okay, let me try to figure it out. Then they fuck around before and I'll be mad. So
Yeah.
You know
it's
what the worst
especially if
is?
you
When
gotta
you
get
mad
up.
at somebody and they fall asleep.
What? I be like, wake that ass up. I will hit you. You waking up. That's
funny.
I'm waking
Don't
up.
let us be
My girl
fighting and
ain't
your
going
ass
for it.
fall
What you
asleep.
mean?
She ain't going for it.
Yeah. Wake up.
She
We know
never-
that.
No, you can.
I used to be in the crib drunk as hell coming in from a bender. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like halfway up, she would not let me go to sleep.
That's
Ryan. Ryan. All I keep hearing is my
You know
fucking
you hear
government
me.
name.
Exactly.
Ryan.
And I'm like, why you government naming me? Ryan
Your
Daniel
wife.
Montgomery. Ryan Daniel
That's
Montgomery.
right.
It's
She will
like,
make sure you understand what she's saying.
Right.
I wake up and don't remember nothing from yesterday but that.
You're
He's like, was
exactly.
we arguing yesterday? I don't remember. That's the worst. When you still mad in the morning and he don't remember.
Exactly.
That
Waking
y'all
up
was
like this.
fighting the day before. We not done.
Exactly.
Don't
Yes,
try to act like nothing
Okay.
happened. Gigi like, yep.
Right. We don't let things go unless we feel like we've been heard. If we've not been heard, then it's never over.
It's not over until we ready for it to be over.
That is absolutely correct.
Well, Ryan Daniel Montgomery, we are rooting for you.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yes.
that. I appreciate that.
You know.
I need that. I need people rooting for me.
No, for real. As far as everything goes, career is going great. So that part is good. Because you know what the worst is? When your career sucks and then your home life sucks at the same time.
Yeah, that's a double whammy right there.
Right?
You're like, at least I'm doing great out here in these streets, making money.
Yeah, exactly. We
being
lit, we
successful, having the best album of my career.
Right.
But we are rooting for you at home. And so, I know your wife is going to hear this. And we do feel your sincerity.
She's gonna not like something, but it's cool.
But we feel your sincerity.
She's gonna be like, well, yeah, it was cool, but why you say that one thing though? It's cool.
Because he don't know no better.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just,
I know what she's gonna say. She's gonna be like, "Why'd you tell him I was mad at you?"
why you gotta be so damn
Well, you know
honest?
what? Listen, let's just
Why you
get
gotta
out
be
of the
so
way. You
honest?
just say sorry now while we just tell her sorry.
Apologize.
Why I need to know what I'm apologizing for? Did I,
No,
Whatever.
do y'all
in
think I said
general.
something wrong?
Nah,
You
No,
do a
but
blanket
just in
apology.
case you said something that she gonna be upset with, hit it with the I'm sorry.
Say sorry.
Yeah, and I think
Right now.
you had a
Bet.
very respectful time with us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I tried to keep it. Well, yeah, I'm
well-behaved.
respectful anyway. I like,
Well, what's he gonna
But
do?
I'm sorry, babe, if I said anything wrong. I don't know.
See?
You guys
If I
take
said
note.
something, if I said something wrong, I'm sorry. I know you watching this, even if you say you didn't watch it. She watched it. She watched.
All right, different layers to this. Layers. Shout out
Layers.
to Royce. Thanks for coming through.
Thank
We
you.
really
Thank you for
appreciate
having
you
me.
being so open and honest with us.
Cool. Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Lip service.
Cheers.